Hey guys, it's Eddie, and I am finally making my eye makeup tutorial video for you guys. And as you can see, I look pretty tired today. We were traveling last night after Thanksgiving, and I just did my workout, so my voice is a little weird. This is probably going to be a very different makeup tutorial because I've never made one before. I've never done makeup in a video camera. I obviously don't really have the best lighting, but hopefully you guys can learn a few things from it. So I'm not going to go over the base foundation that I used today. I'm basically just going to go over the eye makeup tutorial. One quick thing though, I do have to tell you guys, is you might be disappointed in the tutorial because I've been collecting and using makeup for quite a few years. It's been a passion for me. So if you don't have the right brushes and the right makeup, this might not come out the same. Now I'm not saying to go spend $1 million on makeup, but it's an investment for sure. The brushes I have are very expensive, but again, I've been collecting them over the years. So I'll be sharing with you guys each brush I use and each color that I'll be using. So super excited, and I hope you enjoy. All right guys, first things first. Eye primer is huge for helping your colors pop and your makeup staying. I know that a lot of women always ask how to not get their makeup to smudge, and this is something that I absolutely adore. It's by MAC, and it's a paint pot, and it looks like this here, and the color is Painterly. This has lasted me over a year, so although the products are expensive, they do last a while. And I just apply this with my finger. Hopefully I can do this. I've never done this in a video camera before, but you can see how it immediately changes the color of my eyelid here. And just be gentle. Kind of apply it all over. This is a great gift for people, or a great thing to ask for from Santa. Oh, this is really hard to do in a video camera. I've never done it before. And I kind of just line underneath a little bit. The skin around my eyes, as you can see, tends to be pretty red, so this is huge for me. All right, and I mentioned brushes. So for me, I had this set from Sephora, and I actually have still seen them sell it. It's an antibacterial brush kit, and it looks like this here. And this is an angled shadow brush, and I've tried to replace this, and without buying the kit, I can't find one just like it. So typically, for the look I'm going to do today, I just do kind of a light base color. Hopefully you guys can kind of see the colors here, but this is by MAC, and it's Mylar. Kind of looks like a vanilla light beige. And I basically just sweep it over just a little bit, just to kind of give us a base here. A little bit underneath. One eye is always easier to do than the other. And in case you're wondering what's up with my eyebrows, for some reason I don't have hair that grows right here, so my other side isn't too bad, but that's why I fill in most of my eyebrows. All right, now this is my favorite brush of all time to apply eyeshadow with. This is by MAC. Not a very expensive investment at all, but it's the MAC 213. Looks like this. I absolutely love it. I use it every single day. And you'll want to make sure too that you're cleaning your brushes, because I do all sorts of different colors, and you want to make sure that you shampoo and condition your brushes, and they sell stuff for that. So for the look that we're doing today, I'm going to use this. The thing about makeup, if you're kind of getting into it, whatever the color looks like in the actual container, usually to the human eye is like, oh, why would I want to use that? But the more I've experimented with makeup, the more I realize that the color doesn't look the same when you add it. So it has this weird kind of coffee looking color, and I found that it really makes my eyes pop. So here we go. Hopefully I can do this. And I'd go light rather than dark so that I can kind of work my way into it. And I'm looking in my other mirror so I can make sure I'm doing this right. And just kind of slowly blend. Now I do go up high to my bone there. And see how it's kind of like all over the place right now. You just kind of have to work at it. So it's definitely not gonna be perfect when you're first putting it on, so don't worry about that. That's why the brushes are so important. You can kind of see it's already completely changing the look of my face. I don't have any blush or bronzer on yet either, but. And now I don't go into the corner of my eye because I actually go back over it with that light color again. So you kind of just want to line the outsides here. This color is really pretty. I don't remember if I told you guys the color, but it's Uninterrupted Pro Longwear by MAC. And this is not an everyday look that I'm doing. This is a pretty dramatic look. So I like browns because I have green eyes. So you guys can see I've come about to right here. And I go out at an angle. And then I go up. And I'm gonna blend. So don't worry, okay? So that's what we're gonna do there. I guess I'll do the other eye. I'm sorry if this is boring, you guys. I told you it's my first tutorial. I always have a hard time doing this eye. Man, my voice is horrible. Sean T kicked my butt in my workout today. But I'm telling you guys, that Painterly, the primer that I put on by MAC, has made a huge difference for me in my makeup. It just, I mean, I'm barely doing anything and look at how much my makeup is popping. There was actually a time that I left all of my makeup at home. I was going on a cruise and I tried to replace it all quickly before the trip, and I kind of tried to buy cheap makeup and cheap brushes. It's not the same. Now there's some things that you can splurge on and then there's other things that you don't have to. All right, so that's about as good as it's gonna get for that there. Now, I kind of want the edges to be even a little darker. So this is an eyeshadow that I've had for so long. It's probably gonna last me the rest of my life. It's from Makeup Forever. And it doesn't have the number on it. I think it either wore off, but I'll show you guys the back of it because I think it's in French or something. I don't know how to say it. But it's a brown color. It looks like this here. And it is so smooth. I love it. I barely need any. I barely tap the brush, just a little bit. And then I go into the corner and basically work your way up. This stuff is pretty heavy. You don't need to do too much of it. And then I like to line my inner eyelid right there to give it extra depth. This brush is a miracle worker. And I slowly kind of go back over to the middle of my eyelid. So just to give it a little extra depth. See how it's darker? I don't even know if my camera's showing the right colors, but. And you can go right into there. There we go. Other side. Makeup Forever really does have some amazing products, and you might be scared of the price, but maybe you can ask Santa for some. Now, I don't know if you guys are noticing, but when I did this makeup look the other day, it's kind of like around the outsides is that other eyeshadow glow. So it's more like, kind of like an ombre, I guess, into it. I so don't know my makeup terminology. Just a girl who likes makeup. All right. And again, you kind of come down at an angle. Okay, now I take a MAC 224 brush, and it's a blending brush like this, and I usually like to take that Mylar color again, and I go on the insides, because see how much that pops right there? I love it. And then I do right along the brow bone, and my eyebrows look horrible. Okay, and then sometimes I do a little bit right there. Now there's some, actually not some, I know all makeup artists that do their eye makeup first so that you don't have fallout onto your face. I honestly don't have an issue with it, so. Now this brush is meant for blending. So let's say it's kind of uneven. I have another MAC palette that's kind of in between, and you can see here, this is a make your own palette. So I have all different colors. Sorry, my dog's barking. This one here is kind of in the middle of all the colors that I'm using. And so some days you just can't do your makeup, some days it's horrible. So you just blend it in if you need to. Just to kind of show you guys. Now there's another, and again, I'm sorry if you feel like you have to go out and buy all these things, but I just want to show you guys what I use. This is something that I don't use all the time, but it's called Pure Flash Electric Cool Eyeshadow, and it's by MAC as well. It's very shimmery, and I actually broke it, but it's super shimmery. And I just literally do a little dab, and I'll do the insides of my eyes here. And I know you won't be able to see it in this video, but it's basically a little sparkle. And if underneath your eyes need a little sparkle or a little lift, you can kind of go underneath with that as well. And that's how I do my eyeshadow. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure how even it is, but if you're ever trying to kind of fix things when you're using dark makeup, you do not need to go back to the eye makeup. There's plenty on the brush to go back. All right, now I'm gonna do my eyeliner. I've been using liquid eyeliner for years because I don't think anything else makes the line as dark. I actually don't enjoy using pencil eyeliner for anything other than a little smudge underneath. So I switch the liquid eyeliner all the time, but the ones I like the most are the felt tip. Right now I'm using Smashbox Limitless liquid liner pen in jet black. It's easy to use, I think. So let's see if I can do this here. I might have to look in the camera. And then I kind of go this way first, and then I flip back and forth from this way to that way. Now don't worry about it being too perfect. You want to get it as close as you can to your lash line, but I'm going to be putting fake eyelashes on, so I kind of go back and fix it after that. But I make sure that I have an angle right here. And get as close to your lash line as you can. I'm sure you guys really want to be looking at my nose right now. Then I go ahead and put a coat of just your favorite mascara on. You don't need to go crazy with mascara if you're putting fake eyelashes on. And putting fake eyelashes on kind of took me a little while to learn, but just a little bit. And for my eyebrows, I love the Anastasia brush. And so basically I just brush these bad boys up because they're, as you can see, all over the place right here. Literally missing, I don't know why. It's just how it is, I don't grow in. And sorry, this is by Stila. It's Stay All Day Waterproof Brow Color. And it's awesome because it's liquid and you can literally just feather it on nice and light. it's not like an eyeliner. You kind of work your way up for however much you need. This side needs more than this side, so as you can see the difference here. I kind of have to fill that in. Now you want to make sure that, I don't want to give an eyebrow tutorial, but you want to make sure that you're not going too far out. I know mine aren't perfect, but. And then this side I don't have to fill in too much. And this is the light color, just so you guys know. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, upside down. All right. I'm not getting too technical here, I just kind of want to show you guys. And I didn't do the other eyeliner yet. This is hard to do on the camera. This one is hard for me because it's my other side. You can see how I've done a little bit of an angle. That's what's nice about the felt tip, is it kind of just follows along with you. Or you can kind of slowly work your way. So there we go for that side. Put the other mascara on. My lips look so pink. Just a little bit. And when you're putting on fake eyelashes, make sure that you do not put mascara on the bottom, because when you do that, it's really hard to put the eyelashes on, and when you blink, they stick together. So there are a lot of options for eyelash glue. I've tried them all. I've tried the cheaper versions, and this is the go-to. It's by Duo Eyelash Adhesive, and there's a dark tone. And that's the one I love because it comes out gray. As you can see, it's gray in there, not white, not clear. It's personal preference for me. Now, I reuse my eyelashes. I have like a whole assortment of eyelashes. I make sure to keep them clean, take good care of them. Eventually I do throw them out, but these ones I have reworn. And Ardell is my favorite eyelash, and what I'm doing right now is I'm peeling the glue off from my prior use. Okay, if you're new to eyelashes, my best recommendation is getting what is called the Invisiband type eyelashes. Hopefully you can see it. See how there's individual little dots there, and there's not a solid black line? That makes these eyelashes a lot more pliable and easy for you to put on. I usually do my right eye first, and this is just something like I can't put contacts in, for example, but I can do this. So I guess it just takes practice, but you definitely want to have a pair of tweezers handy. My hair is a mess. And once you peel the eyelash off, I suggest going like this here to kind of bend it a little bit towards the shape of the eye. They're already stored in the package bent, but it's good to just give it a little extra bend. Just going like this. And now I'm gonna see if I can show you guys this. Put a little bit of flash glue. Just barely squeeze this out and line it just a little bit. It's kind of stretchy, so it kind of sticks and drags across. Now you want to let it dry for 15 to 30 seconds. Don't put a lot on there, but you do want to make sure that the outside edges have adhesive on it. You want to let it dry for about 15-30 seconds so that it can become tacky. Blow on it if you want. I've never put eyelashes on in a camera, so let's see how this goes. And if you put a little too much on there, I think I kind of did. Just take it off. When you're doing makeup, always have tissues handy. Now I always have tweezers handy, not to put them on, this is personal, some people use them to put them on, but to kind of push them into the lash line a little bit. My eyebrows look horrible. So you can kind of see the color starts to change a little bit as it begins to dry. So when I put these on, I go from the inside to the outside. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it in here. So I go left side to right side and drop it. Now, they're not perfectly in place yet. That's when you kind of have to go back and look over it, and you can push them in to your lash line. Now the reason I was saying you don't have to be perfect with your eyeliner is because you're going to go back over it. There you go. You can see how dramatic the difference is. So let it dry for a second before you do anything else. I usually go and do the other side, which this video is getting long, so I'm not going to do the other side. But just kind of push them in. Let it dry. And there you go. So once that is dry, I usually take just a little bit of what's left over on my brush and kind of give myself a little bit of a smoky eye right here. I don't really use eyeliner. Woo. Then I put mascara on the bottom. And I found that everyone's eyelashes are different. So if I can tell you guys what I use. It's Power Volume. I've tried all the fancy mascaras, and to be honest, this one is better. Okay, moving along. So I haven't put any bronzer on yet. We have a couple more steps. I love Too Faced, the Milk Chocolate Light Medium Matte Bronzer. This is something I actually apply to my whole face, concentrating in some areas more than other. I don't think you guys can even really see because it's pretty bright here. But this is just kind of, it smells like chocolate. It's so good. And my favorite bronzer that I only put on my cheeks is by Tarte, and it's Park Ave Princess. I like Tarte because all their products are vegan. Okay, so this is another MAC brush. This is my blush brush. It's 168 and looks like this. It's a little crazy right now because it was being stored in my bag. But I just take a little bit and I work right here. You can already see that. Again, this is a pretty heavy look, so I'm wearing a lot of makeup. You can definitely see some of the contouring there. This stuff is awesome. This one has the shimmer in it. I know that they do make a complete matte one. I kind of put it around the bottom here, around. Okay. Now again, I didn't finish my other eye, so it looks a little off, but this is my favorite finishing touch because I do have so much makeup on, and where I don't have perfect skin like other people, you don't want to be seeing all this makeup caked onto your face. So what I have found that works great for me is, this is a Precision Powder Brush by Sephora, number 59. It's very soft. And sorry, another expensive product, but it's amazing. Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder. It comes in this really cool little container, so that basically you just lightly tap it, and there's just a little bit on the end there, and it literally, I know you guys aren't going to be able to see it in the video, but in person you definitely can. It melts all of this makeup together so that you're not seeing powder, you're not seeing creases, and this really is one of the best finishing powders I've ever experienced. And literally that's it. I don't wear blush too often, but since this look is pretty dramatic, I do like this MAC kind of blush bronzer here. It's called Lovejoy. It's a mineral blush. It looks like this, and you just need a little bit of it. And I just usually put it right there. And if I finished my other eye, then I would have the complete look. And then I go back over with my eyeliner in the lash line. See how you can see that space right there? We don't want that. So I fill that in. And then I close my eye. And I go right back over. And that is how you get a dramatic eye look. Hope you guys enjoyed.